starting to pick up a good chunk of rain with this system, as that rotation is starting to show right there in that area. So if you're in this spot, you want to make sure you're getting to your safe spot as soon as possible. And also Crosby Road, you are just further south down from there, so right now you are safe, but you also want to make getting to your safe zone as well, and it's going to continue to head toward the east. So let's go ahead and give you a better picture of the overall picture that we're dealing with into that area. So this is headed toward the east this way. So let me go ahead and put a track on that for you for those areas in that line of sight. And so here you go, Memorial Hospital around 313. That's where it's going to be popping up there in that area. The next area that we're going to be looking at is also going to be Bible Church Road. You are a little bit further north than that rotation, but you also, if you want to make sure you're in that area, that you are getting into your safe spot as soon as possible and that you are doing what you can to get away from this system. And I'm going to just erase this so we can get a better picture of that cone to see where it is going currently. So here we are. This is going to be where we're going to be dealing with this overall hook and rotation. So if you're on Union Grove Church, in that area, you want to make sure you're getting into your safe spot. If you're sitting in Odom Elementary School, anywhere near there, you want to get to that safe spot. That's going to be around you around 331. Now, China Grove Church, 345, 353 is going to be Bingham State Park, and then Bernie Hill, and then Greg's around 403. These are the areas that are going to be impacted as this system continues to move a little bit further toward the east. And so once again, you can see that current hook, that current couplet that we're actually focusing on is right here around US 319, State Route 333, and also 37 as it continues to head a little bit further toward the edge of Colquitt County. So Moultrie is just toward the north of this system, but you can still see some very good impacts with that, meaning hail, damaging winds, and also there's still that rotation that is out there just a little bit further south toward the city. And so that's a good picture of what we're going to be dealing with for there in those areas. And so if you are in this tornado warning for those areas that we talked about in Colquitt County, here's what you want to make sure you're doing when you're getting to your safe spot. Make sure you can get toward the hallway. If you do not have a basement, that's going to be your best bet. Get toward a closet and some stairs that's away from windows and doors, and a bathroom away from windows and doors. Those pipes will be able to protect you. Just make sure you are covering yourself with blankets. Any way to stay safe during this warning at the moment. So let's go ahead and take a look at that, what that warning is currently looking like once again. So here it is, sitting in Colquitt County. It is going all the way until 3:45. So you have a good 30 minutes to near 33 minutes with me with this tornado warning, and also that severe thunderstorm warning is going on until 4 o'clock. And some details that they have on this is it's possible to carry some flying debris with it, dangerous to those who are caught without shelter. Mobile homes could be damaged or destroyed, damage to roofs, windows, vehicles. Tree damage is also likely with this. Now, this is mainly in the rural areas of southeastern Colquitt County, and this is including locations such as Murphy, Spence Airport, Pineborough, South Moultrie, the Moultrie Municipal Airport, and Ellington. So those areas who are being impacted by this tornado warnings are the ones that we're going to be watching out for with this tornado warning. And also, as you head a little bit further toward the east, we're going to be seeing portions of Cook County also are on a severe thunderstorm warning, indicating as this system continues to head toward the east, that you could also be having some impacts from this system altogether. So that is something that you want to watch. And let's go ahead and see where that rotation is currently sitting in. You can see it right here. This is the area that I am focusing on. Let me go ahead and draw it for you. So right here toward the south of McCall Road and toward this road right here, Highway 319. That is one of those areas that we're kind of focusing on for the best area of rotation. That is south of Pineborough and south of Moultrie, the city limits. It is north of Archeryville and also of Cosby Road. And so right here on Talacas Road is going to be the one that we are going to be focusing on, as that rotation is right over this road. If you live right here in this area of Colquitt County, you want to make sure you're getting in your safe spot, because that rotation is fairly prevalent there at this 3:15 minute currently. And so that is going to continue to head toward the east. You want to make sure that if you live anywhere toward this side, so if you're toward my right at the moment, you want to make sure that you are getting onto your safe spot and that you are going to be staying in that area as soon as you possibly can. And also that's going to be heading toward Tillman Road, so you want to make sure you get into your safe spot as well if you're in any of those areas. This is what our velocity imagery is showing, that fairly tight area of rotation starting to pop up right there into portions of Colquitt County. And so let's go ahead and get a better picture of that storm as a whole. And so here is that tornado warning that we're starting to see right there. Once again, this is going all the way into 3:15. I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way so we get a better picture of what we're dealing with over the entire area. It looks like this Tornado 1 storm will continue moving east into eastern Colquitt County. We're receiving reports of some wind damage in Moultrie currently. There are no more specific details at this time, but we are already getting reports of some wind damage there in portions of Moultrie. So something that we are going to be watching. And this storm is going to be headed toward the east. So when I say that, that means that it is going to be going toward the eastern portions of Colquitt County and then also headed towards Cook County. So if you're in the Cook County region, you want to make sure you're staying safe, because although you're not in the tornado warning at the moment, you are in a severe thunderstorm warning. And when we have a severe thunderstorm warning, there also can be possibility for wind damage and also the possibility of any kind of damage from hail and even plenty of lightning with this system, as we saw a little bit earlier. So if I go ahead and turn on our lightning data, you can see what we're dealing with when it comes to lightning. A good chunk of lightning, it was with this system across the area. We're starting to see lightning strikes actually popping up right now as I'm speaking. And so lightning can be just as dangerous as that tornado out there. You do not want to be outside in this system. You want to make sure you're in your safe spot if you're anywhere within Colquitt County, especially this southeastern portion of Colquitt County. So that includes portions of Moultrie are included in that, Ellington, and getting down a little bit further south. And then you can see that severe thunderstorm warning stretching all the way back into portions of Cook County, which does include the city of Adel. So if you live in Adel, you want to make sure that you're already taking your safety precautions, making sure you got those blankets, making sure that you are in your safe spot as soon as possible, just to avoid any damage from there. Get away from those windows and doors as soon as you possibly can. So this tornado warning right here will be going on until around 3:45 p.m. as we did see that rotation actually popping up there on the map. And so let's go ahead and get a better picture of where that rotation currently is sitting. And I'll also be pulling up our debris detector to also see what else we're seeing there. And so still currently at this moment, let me get an arrow on that for you. Here is where we're seeing that nice tight rotation starting to pop up here. This is getting into State Route 133, it looks like. Let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit closer so we can see. So there you go, right here along this area. So right now it's over Cobblestone School at the moment. It is toward the south of Wings Spence, and it is toward the west of Odom Elementary School, and it is heading in that direction. So let's go ahead and get a track on that so you can get that very defined area of rotation and where it's going to be going. They're saying it's headed toward the east. And so with this, New Jerusalem Church around 321 Odom Elementary School, just like we saw there on the map. If you live in that region, around 327, 330 Indian Creek Church, and then by 334 Trinity Church. We'll be seeing 340 China Grove Church, and then 351 Springhead Church, and then Greg's. You'll be seeing this around 3:58 p.m. if it makes it that far, but we're still seeing that nice area of rotation right there in that area. So if you live in any of these spots, you want to make sure that you're already in your safe spot. You're not waiting for this to get right over top of you. You want to make sure that you are getting into that safe spot right now, and that safe spot is going to be right in the basement. It's going to be in the hallway. It's going to be in the bathroom, the stairs, a closet, somewhere away from windows and doors, somewhere that you can cover yourself. If you have a blanket, mattress, whatever you can to keep yourself safe. You want to make sure that you are there now. You don't want to be watching me on the television set. You want to be hearing me on your phone, or at least have turned your TV up. You want to make sure that you're in that safe spot as soon as you possibly can, just to make sure that you are staying safe out there across the area. So they have trimmed this back just a little bit. So now Moultrie is out of that tornado warning. However, it is still under that severe thunderstorm warning. And this is still stretching for portions of Ellington and also just north of Berlin there in Colquitt County. So it has not left Colquitt County. As you saw a little bit earlier, based on what we saw on velocity, we still have a little bit of rotation with this as well. And so let me go ahead and point that out for you. Right here is where we still see a little bit of that rotation. Let's see if there's any updates from the National Weather Service of anything. So right now, that tornado is confirmed to be on the ground, and with that signature that we have been seeing, I can agree with that. That tornado has been confirmed. There is a debris signature on radar there is a debris signature on radar, and so that is something that we have been watching. So right now, this is a confirmed tornado that is out there in Colquitt County that is just north of Berlin, crossing over Route 133 at the moment. So if you are in this area, you want to make sure that you are getting into your safe, that you are already in your safe spot. You are not leaving your safe spot until we give you the all clear. This tornado warning will be ongoing until around 3:45 as we continue through. This debris signature is just 5 miles northwest of Berlin. So 5 miles northwest of Berlin is currently where that debris signature is. And so you can see it right here, clearly defined on our velocity imagery. This is where we are going to be dealing with that tornado that is currently on the ground here in Colquitt County. So make sure you are in your safe spot. Let me go ahead and get closer towards some of these streets so we can get a better picture if you're in any of these areas. So if you're in McMullen Road, that is headed towards you. It is right over State Route 133 right now. Cobblestone Road also, that is currently where it is sitting at that intersection of Cobblestone Road and also State Route 133. It will continue to be headed toward the east, toward McMullen Road. So if you live in McMullen Road, you want to make sure that you are already in your safe spot, that you are getting to your safe spot as quickly as possible. Other roads that are in its line of sight are Sardis Church Road, Stripling Road, Gibbs Road, all these roads in this area. You want to make sure that you are in your safe spot. Also, if you're in Edmondson Road, that's another spot that you want to make sure that you're getting into your safe spot. And so as I can show you, let me go ahead and point it out for you. Right here is where we're seeing that best opportunity for where that debris signature is currently sitting. And so if you live in any of these roads, Edmondson Road, if you live in McMullen Road, Stripling Road, getting back here to our Cobblestone Road, these are the areas that we're going to be watching. State Route 133 is also where this current rotation is currently sitting right over. So these areas are going to be impacted. Make sure you are getting to that safe spot. And if this is also headed toward the east, around 30 miles an hour. So the east of this is Cook County. So if you're in Cook County, you want to make sure you're already getting to that safe spot as soon as possible. You're not waiting for this to be right over top of you. If this rotation holds tightly, as we've already seen that confirmed tornado that is out there, you want to make sure that you are getting into your safe spot right now. You're not waiting. You also have other threats, even if you're not already seeing the tornado out there, which is damaging winds, also the opportunity for some hail. And so here is the big thing that we are dealing with out there, that tornado warning and that severe thunderstorm warning. So what I don't want to do is just ignore that there's a severe thunderstorm warning out there as well. And like I said, that severe thunderstorm warning also does encompass portions of Cook County and still encompasses portions of Cook County, portions of Colquitt County at the moment. And so let me go ahead and pop up right there. That severe thunderstorm warning goes all the way until 4 p.m. on Thursday. We're also going to be seeing that tornado warning going all the way until around 3:45 p.m. And so right now, the Turner County Sheriff's Department does not report any damage so far, but witnesses say they did see that funnel-type cloud coming down. And so that is something that we are getting reports in. Thank you for that report. They're also still monitoring they're also monitoring rotation in Ben Hill and Irwin County once again, so something that we're also going to be keeping an eye on. And so let's go ahead and take a zoomed-out approach of what we're dealing with across the entire area. So you see these lines of thunderstorms working their way across southwest Georgia right now. This is a number of different reasons why we're seeing all of this severe weather possibilities today. It's because we have plenty of ingredients for this, something that we're going to be watching. I'm going to go ahead and loop this so you get a better picture of where these showers and thunderstorms are currently going across the area. Let's go ahead and shorten that. And so you see the strong lines of showers and storms still working away. This stretches all the way from portions of Seminole County, getting back into Decatur County, Grady County, as you see that tornado and severe thunderstorm warning in portions of Colquitt and Cook County, stretching all the way back toward Tift, to getting into Ben Hill, Irwin counties, Turner counties, and also getting all the way up there to Dodge and Telfair counties. So a good number of spots are dealing with these showers and thunderstorms out there, with number of lightnings and a number of lightning reports and other things out there. And so that has been what we've been dealing with this. But the big thing at the moment is that severe thunderstorm warning that we're dealing with, and also that tornado warning that we see currently sitting in portions of Colquitt County right now, ongoing. They did say that tornado was confirmed to be on the ground. This is headed toward Cook County, just cross State Route 133. So let's go ahead and turn back on that velocity imagery to see what we're dealing with right now. And so it's still showing a little bit of something currently on there. As you can see right here in the area, something that we're dealing with right there is currently where we're starting to see some of that rotation still kind of pop up, starting to weaken down just a little bit compared to what we saw it earlier, but it's still there nonetheless, something that we're still going to be keeping an eye on, and we're still going to be keeping an eye on the rest of this line as we go throughout the rest of today, something that we want to make sure you're staying aware of. And so like I said, if we zoom in a little bit closer toward these areas that we're dealing with, if you live in portions of Sardis Church Road, as it already headed that way, Odom Elementary School, that's where it started to head that way as well. Now we're looking at Old Adale Road, and then we're heading towards Sangster Road, Ruby's Road, Barn Hill Road, and we're getting into Cannon Road. All of these roads are the ones that are in the line of sight for these showers and thunderstorms. And you see this complex is not only here in southwest Georgia, it is stretching all the way back into portions of Alabama and northern portions of Georgia, into the capital of Atlanta there. But we're looking at these showers and thunderstorms currently across the area, with that tornado warning that is set to expire around 3:45 for another nearly 17 minutes across the area. And that's severe thunderstorm warning is not going anywhere. Like I said, it's in place all the way until around 4 o'clock. Something to pay very close attention to. You do not want to leave your safe zone anytime soon. This is going to be ongoing for at least another 14 minutes after this. And so they did just trim back that severe thunderstorm warning out of Moultrie right now, but that severe thunderstorm warning, notice, is still prevalent for this eastern portion of Colquitt County, and severe thunderstorm warning is prevalent into portions of Cook County, which includes the cities of Adale and Cecil right now. So those areas will be dealing with that fairly heavy rainfall, gusty winds, and a possibility for some hail, and some potential for that tornado as well that we saw in portions of Colquitt County. So let's go ahead and zoom a little bit closer to what we're dealing with here. So like I said, tornado warning until 3:45. Let's see what we see. Is there still a little bit of rotation? So right there, I believe, is where we're going to be seeing the best opportunity for a little bit of rotation under that. It's getting into this area. And if we turn on velocity imagery, let's see. Yeah, that kind of lines up with it just a little bit. Not too much. Still not seeing too much of a big rotation with it at the moment. It's starting to weaken ever so slightly, but they are monitoring the possibility to extend that into portions of Cook County at this time. And so they're going to keep that severe thunderstorm warning in place if that rotation does kind of hold together and enters portions of Cook County. That's information based on National Weather Service. So here's State Route 133 that they're looking at. We saw Odom Elementary School that was in that area. And we also saw Old Adale Road, Sangster Road, portions of Ben Hill County. We also saw Cannon Road, starting to head toward Rufus Road back there a little bit further. So if you're in any of these spots, you want to make sure that you're getting into your safe spot right now. You're not waiting for this to be right over you. As it continues to head off toward the east, around 30 miles an hour, you want to make sure you're getting into that safe spot. And once again, threats include the possibility for that tornado. We've already seen some reports of potential wind damage in some of those areas, and we're also looking at the opportunity for even some opportunities for some hail to even pop up with this system as it continues to work its way toward the east. And not only that, we're also looking at lightning, heavy rainfall, you name it. All threats of severe weather are possible with this system, not only that tornado that is starting to work through there, as we see there on velocity imagery. And so let's go ahead and take a closer look toward the overall picture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn this. So this warning is still here. It's not, hasn't gone away just yet, but I want to give a better picture of what we're dealing with in the overall picture. It looks like we are dealing with some heavy rainfall in some of these areas. And it also looks like we are dealing with a good chunk of lightning. This lightning data that I just pulled up on the screen is actually indication for the last 5 minutes. So it's not even the last 30 minutes. This is all happening within the last 5 minutes. That's a good chunk of lightning out there. As you know, lightning can be just as dangerous as other severe weather threats out there. So you definitely don't want to be outside in this, especially if you live in Cook County, if you live in portions of Colquitt County right now. Number of strikes of lightning, 16 within the last 5 minutes. So this is still a fairly strong storm system out there, something that we want to keep paying attention to, something that we're going to keep watching for you as long as these warnings are still impacting the area throughout the day today. And so here we are, that watch and that warning as we continue to go through portions of Colquitt County. Let me go ahead and turn off that lightning data so you get a better picture of what we're dealing with out here. And I'm going to go ahead and erase these two things for all of us so we get a better picture of everything. There we go. And let me zoom in a little bit closer to it and show you exactly where we're looking. So there is that tornado warning. Right under that warning, we see that kind of area of rotation still kind of popping up here. There we are, right there, starting to head a little bit closer toward Cook County, getting fairly close to Tillman Road right now. So if you live on Tillman Road, this is going to be right above you. Definitely don't leave your safe spot anytime soon. Right now, currently sitting over Cannon Road, Rufus Merritt Road, Moore Road, Burgess Road, getting all the way back into portions of Chitty Road and even Barn Hill Road as well. And so those are the areas that we're kind of watching. The Lee Courthouse Road right here are also in this area of rotation. And so let me go ahead and kind of circle that so we get a better picture of exactly where I'm talking about. So right here is that area of rotation that we are watching and still currently in Colquitt County, trying to make its way toward Cook County fairly soon. So definitely want to make sure you are in your safe spot, and that is something to deal with. And so that tornado warning is set to continue until 3:45. It is now 9 miles west of Adel, moving east at 30 miles an hour. So let's go ahead and put a track on that so we get a better picture of what that actually looks like to give you a good idea of what we're dealing with across the area. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom out for you all. And we're going to put a track on that area of rotation right there as it continues to head toward the east. And so currently it is 9 miles west of Adel. And so if it continues on its track, it will head to these areas. Please be in your safe spot right now. You should be listening to me from that safe spot. Springhead Church, the Antioch Church, Cook County is going to be where it's going to be headed next. Around 4 o'clock is the time this model is saying. Adel, it says around 4:08. Cook Memorial Hospital, and then Macedonia Church. If it continues on this trajectory toward the east, it will continue into Cook County. They're still going to continue this severe thunderstorm warning for this portion of Colquitt County until 3:45, and they're expecting to see if it needs another issuance for a tornado warning into portions of Cook County as we get closer toward that overall rotation entering portions of Cook County right now. So you still see that it is currently sitting in portions of Colquitt County as that rotation continues to move a little bit further toward the east. And so let's go ahead and take a closer look at those roads one more time. I like to give all these areas just a shout out to make sure that you are safe at this moment. And so right now, if that rotation is still down there on the ground, Roberts Road, Cannon Road, Bluebird Road, Lee County Road, Rufus Merritt Road, and also headed toward Wright Plaza, getting toward Tillman Road, and headed toward China Grove Church Road. All these roads are in the line of sight for this system as it continues to track toward the east. And then notice this is the Cook County line right here. This is not too far away from that area of rotation. So this, if it continues to get there, will be there fairly soon along that Cook County border. And so we're keeping an eye on this. And so the update that the National Weather Service has is they're still seeing that rotation signature on the Colquitt County tornado. They're starting to see it weaken, but it's possible the tornado is lifting. No longer seeing the debris signature on radar. We'll continue to monitor it, but there's no plan to extend the warning into Cook County right now as that signature begins to weaken. So we still have another 10 minutes with this warning, and it still is in portions of Colquitt County, along with that severe thunderstorm warning. So although they might be trimming back that tornado warning ever so slightly, which does still include Ellington and also Tillman Road, and also portions of, it looks like portions of Ellington Norman Park Road as well, and is still going along State Route 37 at the moment. Number of different places to keep us safe and to keep us out there with that tornado warning still out. So these are the areas that you want to make sure that if you're in any of these areas that you're staying fairly safe. And so a number of roads, a number of communities in this region are under that tornado warning still in Colquitt County all the way until 3:45 p.m. And then it will try to, that severe thunderstorm warning will continue into portions of Cook County. And so that's something you still want to be paying attention to. You want to still be monitoring. As you see, right there, it still has that very weak signature for some kind of hook. It's starting to weaken just a little bit, like I saw a little bit earlier, but right there under that warning, let's go and see if we can turn that off so you can get a better picture of that. Right there under that warning, still showing a little bit of something. It probably has lifted as they said, but still the opportunity for that tornado is still there, getting fairly close toward that Cook County area. But even if they don't continue the tornado warning all the way on that tornado warning into Cook County, we will be dealing with that opportunity for severe thunderstorm warning, something to pay attention to throughout this time frame. And so what I'm seeing right now on National Weather Service chat, they did inspire the tornado warning in Colquitt County as of right now. Let's go ahead and turn that back on. It probably still is going to last for us for the next 5 to 7 minutes, but it looks like that tornado warning has come to an end for those areas. They are going to let that expire fairly soon here across the area, but they're probably going to let it stay on screen until we get there around that 3:45 time frame. And so what I want to go ahead and do is I want to go ahead and zoom out a little bit so we get a better picture of what we're dealing with across the entire southwest Georgia region. And so another thing that I have failed to mention, and I want everybody to be informed of, especially if you live in these areas, so not only do we have these warnings down here ongoing, we also do have a severe thunderstorm watch that is going to be in effect for our northernmost counties. That is going to include portions of Stewart County, Webster County, also portions of Sumter County. And let me go ahead and get this out the way so we can get a better picture of where those counties are. And so, like I said, these are the areas that are going to be impacted by this severe thunderstorm watch until 9 p.m. So a good chunk of time we're going to have that severe thunderstorm watch in place for portions of Stewart, Webster, getting into Sumter County, Dooley, Crisp, Pulaski County also is concluded in that. Wilcox County also going into Dodge and Telfair counties. Those are the areas that are under that severe thunderstorm watch until 9 p.m. Not only that, but that tornado warning might be set to expire, but there is a severe thunderstorm warning until 4 p.m. in portions of Colquitt County and going into Cook County right now, which does include the city of Adel as well. But this tornado warning right here is set to expire within the next 7 to 8 minutes. So we will have it for a little while longer with us, and I will keep an eye on that system. But let's go ahead and zoom right back in on that area. I just wanted to give everybody else a heads up on what they're going to be dealing with throughout the rest of this evening. So these severe thunderstorms could also be capable of producing a tornado as we go throughout the day. And so if you're in this severe thunderstorm warning that is stretching into portions of Cook County, they do have that nomenclature on there that there is opportunity for that tornado to maybe reemerge, to reappear. We're going to keep our eyes on there system throughout the rest of this evening for you, and also the rest of the area as well, as we do have that slight to marginal risk stretching all across southwest Georgia for today, something that we want to keep watch on and make sure you're staying safe out there. And so if you end up having a tornado warning, I wanted to go ahead and mention this one more time. These are the areas you would like to be in. You don't want to be in the garage, you don't want to be in the bedroom, the kitchen, the living room. You want to be in the hallway, an interior portion of your home that includes the bathroom, stairs. If you have a bathroom, stairs, you can do a hallway, closet, the best place is the basement if you have a basement, but those other options are safe as well if you have that. Now, if you're in a mobile home, there's really not a really great safe place to be in a mobile home. Find your nearest shelter if you can beforehand, before a tornado warning gets close to you, as we do have that risk for severe weather throughout the day. Just make sure that you are finding some way to stay safe out there, especially with damaging winds being possible, hail, tornadoes, and also that frequent lightning and heavy rainfall as well. And so let's go ahead and go back to the overall picture of what radar is showing. So here is that severe thunderstorm that is still swooping through portions of Colquitt County right now, and is now slowly starting to enter its way into Cook County at the moment. This warning has been set to expire at 3:45, so we still have 5 minutes left on it. I want to stay on air as long as that tornado warning is here. I want to make sure you're staying safe, that you know it's still here. Thankfully, the rotation has weakened a bit with it, and so they are letting that kind of expire. However, damaging winds are still going to be a threat with this system. You don't want to let your guard down just because they expired the tornado warning. A severe thunderstorm warning can be just as detrimental, as we saw in a number of different storms across southwest Georgia in the past. Winds up to 60 miles an hour might not come from a tornado, but they still can cause a good bit of damage out there to your home, to your property, to roof sidings, doors, and trees. There is that current warning, and that we're seeing with the severe thunderstorm warning and that tornado warning as it continues to kind of get close to its expiration date around 3:45. So here is that severe thunderstorm warning that is stretching all across portions of Cook County. So northern portions of Cook County are not included in this, and very southern portions of Cook County are not included in that severe thunderstorm warning. But the city of Adel, you are included. Also, Cecil included in that as well. Ellington, you're still under that tornado warning until another 3 minutes from now, but you still see that severe thunderstorm warning does stretch all the way back a little bit further toward portions of Colquitt County, as we still have a good bit of kind of energy under that system, something that we're going to be keep watch throughout the day today, something that we want to keep you safe for. And so that is going to be the big story for this system. Let's see what else. We have any other updates? Weak rotation has moved into western Cook County. They're still going to keep that severe thunderstorm warning for wind and hail, and that possibility for the tornado to remain in effect for Cook County until 4 p.m. And so we're still going to keep that severe thunderstorm warning just in case that rotation does try to come right back. And there you see it right there. Fairly weak right now, not showing as defined as we saw earlier, but it is still there, something that we're going to keep our eyes on to see if it reemerges. And so in Cook County, you want to make sure you're still in your safe spot as it does continue to cross over. So Buck Creek Church Road is currently where it is headed right now. That's where it's currently sitting, that weak rotation. Probably still getting some fairly gusty winds out of this, probably still getting some fairly heavy rainfall around this system as well as it continues to move through. Old Union Road, getting closer towards Sparks and Adel. Those are the areas that are still included in that severe thunderstorm warning as it continues until 4 p.m. this afternoon. So you do not want to let your guard down just because this tornado warning expires in about 2 minutes. You want to make sure that you are staying safe. You're keeping in your safe spot, especially if you are in Cook County, as this system continues to move off toward the east, as it still has a little bit of that weak rotation as we saw there on our velocity imagery. Kind of gives you a good idea of what we're dealing with right there. And so go ahead and turn on that debris signature to see if we're seeing any kind of debris signature out there. Currently not seeing much on our debris signature at the moment, but like we saw a little bit earlier, there is that fairly weak rotation that is still out there, something that we're going to keep our eyes on to see if it reemerges into anything a little bit later. But we do have that severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 4 p.m. just to keep you safe, just to make sure that the people in Cook County are aware of what the possibilities are, which is going to be that damaging winds, the opportunity for some hail, and the opportunity for a tornado to potentially reemerge out of this system, as we already saw in portions of Colquitt County, as they had that confirmed tornado touchdown into portions of Colquitt County. Something to watch out for, something to keep our eyes out for, and we will be keeping you safe as long as we possibly can. All throughout this evening, as we have our newscast that'll be starting at 4 o'clock, I'll be giving you updates on this entire situation and what we're dealing with. And so there it is, that tornado warning has expired at 3:45, like they were saying. However, still some impacts from this system are going to be potential for some damaging winds. We still have that weak rotation out there, so we keep our eyes on that and the opportunity for some hail. And so the overall line is going to be stretching all the way to portions of Telfair County, getting all the way back down toward Decatur County. And there are still some showers and thunderstorms toward our north right there. You can even see one just south of Eufaula that's trying to enter the portions of Quitman and Randolph County. So we'll be keeping our eyes on these showers and thunderstorms all throughout this evening. But for now, I'll be sending you back to our regularly scheduled programming, and we'll see you here at 4 o'clock for our newscast. Thank you, and stay safe.